Hi, my name is Chance. I live in Victoria, BC, and I'm about to show you my van. I've been living in and out of vans for about 2 years now, and I've been through it all really, and now I've decided to start renovating vans, and I have a home now, and I'm about to show you a few things I've been working on. This one is a 1992 Vendura GMC, and she's looking mighty fine right now. Did have a minor conversion in it already. They had the flooring and the ceiling, but the rest was pretty much just like an empty bed. And obviously we wanted to like put some spice into it, and yeah, we did some renovations. We have a fold-down table with a queen-size bed with all like cedar lining for the cabinets, and then the back is all cedar to get that fresh smell. Also, the bed frame is also a very simple cedar. I've been really liking being creative lately, and I wanted to keep this a bit of like a West Coast surfer style, but a little bit fancier. Yeah, I like to keep it up this way. But yeah, keep the wood and keep like the sand-kissed like sanded vibe on the top. Yeah, so with the wood, I got reclaimed cedar. It's actually from a siding of a house. You can kind of see the leftovers. And yeah, I tried to use as much reclaimed wood as possible. And we did a very simple plumbing conversion here. We got gray water in and out, basically, with this old vintage casserole that I'm pretty proud of. It was a bit of a challenge to drain it, but I think the finished product was well worth it. So with the faucet, I decided to keep it with the manual pump to keep it nice and simple. I wasn't planning on making a full-time van conversion for this one, which is definitely possible in here, but I definitely decided to keep it more on the simple end. Easy in and out water. I got tons of storage in here. It goes all the way to the middle-ish, all the way to the wheel well. Lighting, we stayed with the classic like fairy lights here, and future fairy lights as well. Yeah, we kept it really simple that way for now. Yeah. Insulation, we kept it with I think it's an R6 foaming all on the sides, and the ceiling is a half-inch insulation styrofoam. Yeah, and I haven't really tested that out yet, but it seems quite warm in here. There's no heat source. It's just from the engine and whatever propane heating you would like to put in there. So this is a 2001 Dodge Ram 1500. It's kind of like the smaller sizes of all of them. And this one was my first van conversion that I did myself. I called it Pinecone. It was so earthy and woody inside. Yeah, this one was quite the project. We lined it all with alder wood here. We have a 6-inch foam with this spruce board bed. Tons of storage in the bottom. Quite easily accessible. This one we really kept with the wood look. I put these spruce boards up top with this alder wood on the side. We went pretty hard on the insulation on this one. There's 2 inches on the bottom and 1 inch on the side of foam insulation, half an inch on the top, and yeah, we had a lot of fun with this one. I did some custom cuts on these. I don't know, I thought there would be a little bit more privacy, I guess. And we created some support here, so if anybody goes quite hard on these, they're pretty stable. I tried to create something unique, really, in this one. Pushing my creativity a bit further. What can I make a sink out of? And I found this thing, and it was perfect. It's quite deep, so you can do dishes quite easily in there. Underneath, same thing, very simple plumbing. Basically water in, water out, and some storage there for any camping needs. These hinges, I thought they looked pretty badass, so I made sure to put them in there. Over here, got some storage. It's for extra, like first aid kit, some propane bottles. my custom sewed cushion. Gotta have your hot water bottles too. This is imperative for van life, trust me. Make sure they have like protectives on it, because I have a couple of scars to prove the burns you can get. So over the years, I've lived through how it is to live in a van. And when I talk about it and when people have interest on it, I see like the joy in their eyes and like the dream, and they have this idea of it. And there is a way of doing it properly, and I do like to create these spaces for them to be able to do those adventures, and yeah, just help them, because I feel like some people don't know how to start, and it's very overwhelming to build your own van. So if I can help them in that way and creating a van that's kind of here's the keys, like do it. There's no excuse. You don't have to like build a van for a month and research for 2 weeks and or more months. Really, I researched for months. So I think it's kind of a gift in a way, so they don't have any excuses. It's just like you can buy a lower end, a simpler van and start your journey, basically. Yeah, I've learned a lot. Like, as you can probably see from my first video, I've changed a lot. Like I've come into myself in a lot of ways. I've learned so much. I've learned the importance of a home as well, and what is a home. That's one of the bigger ones. Benefits are freedom, but it's also putting you in a state of learning and growth. It's like you're forcing yourself to put in. You're thrown in these situations. You're forced to learn. You're forced to like find yourself in these weird situations, you know. And that's how those situations bring you growth in all aspects of life. And I'm not going to go in details with everything. It's just like you're sending your life in a certain vibe. You're attracting certain people, and you're attracting certain things to work on yourself. If it's loneliness, or if it's how to like face certain aspects of yourself, and just stay warm, really. Stay warm and get in touch with your nomadic roots. I feel like for me, my biggest challenge would be thinking I'm bothering people. Parking outside of someone's home and like not knowing if they're like looking at me, or like if they're like waving their fist and like calling the cops, or they never have. It's just this mental pattern that comes with not feeling like you're wanted. So that's been something for me that's been hard. Obviously the basics, just surviving in a state where you don't have running water, and you have to like stay warm, if it's finding body heat, or if it's finding like somewhere to be protected. But yeah, main thing would be like social stigmas, and dealing with that. Working at a full-time job and just getting bugged all the time, and just like van guy, and like, but to me I was like more of a rebel, so in a way I didn't really care about that.
I think a lot of people are really interested in like the financial side of this. I think a lot of people are doing it because they think they can save money and stuff like that. Are you able to talk a little bit about, you know, maybe what it would cost for somebody to get into this, and what kind of savings they could expect? For me, in a particular case, because I did choose van life, and money savings was on the lower end of my priorities. So I do find myself pretty crazy with my money. I do like to have like a nice lifestyle, and I'll eat out a lot, and I'll like splurge on my friends, which has helped me splurge more on my friends and on myself in a ways, and buying cooler toys. You will save some money. In the past, I've lived in my van 2 years without any rent, basically. But you do have to look at gas costs. If you like to travel around a lot, it will cost a lot in gas, especially if you have a larger vehicle. You can look up to like sometimes $400 or $500 a month, if not more. If you're like constantly driving, it'll be way more than that. But I wouldn't do it solely on the purpose of financial reasons, because the conversion itself is quite expensive. And if you don't want to cook in small spaces, you probably will want to eat out. And yeah, surprise costs as well for mechanical reasons. Yeah, I wouldn't focus on financial gain, which it will happen, but it's not a given unless you're doing it super long term. And if you're interested in it, don't not do it, because then you're always gonna want to do it for your whole life. No matter if you're like 50 right now or 18, like actually do it, because it comes. Yeah, like you guys don't even know how much this helped me in like expressing myself in like all these different aspects of life, meeting these people that will give you these gifts, and being on the road, you know, survive and like have a good time, and hang out at the beach, you know, like learn how to play guitar, and yeah, learn a skill and travel. So my Instagram is where you'd find me the most. Also, I guess YouTube is the same. It's The Life of Chance, and I'm currently working on some projects, and yeah, I'll have some links in those platforms pretty soon.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video and hit that subscribe and ring that bell button. Right now, a playlist is popping up where you can actually continue watching on this channel all the alternative dwellings that I've had the pleasure of going and documenting. As well as, I'd highly recommend you guys go check out my van build that I'm doing on my vlog channel, and the link to that is in the description as well. So thank you all for watching, and stay tuned, because every single Monday I upload a video here on this channel of another alternative dwelling at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'll see you guys then.